Hey, welcome back. My name is Vicki-Lynne. I'm so glad you could be here with me today. I've got a treat for you. I know. Oh, if you're new here, hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Scooch on over. Hit that little bell icon because you don't want to miss any of my videos. I follow a plant-based diet and I do a lot of starch solution recipes. I'm on a weight loss journey to lose weight, get healthy, and I do follow the Dr. John McDougall and the Starch Solution for maximum weight loss. And today I have a recipe for you that I think you're going to absolutely love. So if you've seen the title, I'm sure that's why you've clicked on the video, because I'm making air-fried dill pickles. These are super delicious. They're so easy to make, and I'm going to show you a great use for your aquafaba. Aquafaba? What's aquafaba? I think by now, if you're plant-based, you should know what aquafaba is, but if you're new to being plant-based or vegan or whole food plant-based or whatever you call it, I really don't like labels, to be honest, but it just makes it easier when you're just saying what you're saying. Anyway, aquafaba is the juice that comes in a can of chickpeas or white beans. So even if you're making your own chickpeas in your Instant Pot, that water that's left over is aquafaba. Aqua, water, faba, bean water. There we go. End of our lesson for today. So aquafaba has some great uses, and that's why whenever I happen to be using canned beans, I always save the bean juice. And if I don't have a use for it, throw it in your freezer, which is what I did, until I wanted to use it. So now I want to use it. I'm actually going to use it as an egg coating. Egg, because we want to make dill pickles, fried dill pickles, but we don't want to fry them because we don't use oil on the starch solution. And so what I've done is I have my dill pickle spears. Now, if you wanted to use dill pickle discs, again, of course it works the same. I just happen to have spears. You want to dry them as best you can. So I've had mine drying with a little bit of paper towel because the drier the better. So now mine have dried up. I'm going to preheat the air fryer. When we get a little bit closer to being ready, and now what we're going to do is we're going to whisk our aquafaba, and it's actually going to whisk and almost look like meringue. I know, it's so cool. So aquafaba is like no calories, very little calories, but it'll give you the same results as having like meringue. And it'll help us coat our lovely little spears so that we can put our coating on them. So before we start whipping that up, we'll do our coating. Now you can make this gluten-free. You can do, and I'll give you a bunch. I'm going to use Panko today. You could use breadcrumbs. You could use saltines. You can use cornflakes, Rice Krispies, whatever you want to use as your crunch. And again, use your imagination. You can even use baked tortillas. Again, whatever you want to use for your crunch, you can throw it into your food processor, grind it up, whatever. If you're gluten-free, go that route. You can actually get gluten-free Pankos. I didn't have any, so I'm just going to use regular. And we only have a few, so I only need a little bit. And again, I'll put the ingredients that I'm putting down, and it is going to be by taste, guys, so you're going to have to do your own thing. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to say about half a teaspoon. If you're salt-free, don't put salt in. It's pretty simple. Not making anybody do anything they don't want to do. I'm putting in about a tablespoon and a half of nutritional yeast. I'm going to put in a little smidge of cayenne pepper. That's quite a bit. I like it hot, muy caliente. Some garlic garlic powder. That's the granulated garlic from Costco. Some smoked paprika. And again, we want these to have flavor, and some onion powder. Pretty simple. You can switch this up. You want to make them more like tacos, use a taco seasoning. You want to make them more Greek style, use a Greek seasoning. You can do whatever you want. You can make these taste however you want them to taste. They are super simple. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, of course you can do them in the oven. Preheat your oven to 400, 425. Again, if you're using the spears, keep an eye on them. You're going to need to flip them if you're putting them in the oven. But these are a great little snack. Okay. We're all prepped. So now I'm going to whip our egg whites. I think that's enough. We might need a little bit more, but there. So you're like at soft peaks. And if you keep whipping, you'll get firm peaks. You could actually use aquafaba to make meringue. We just want it so it's going to adhere to our pickle, and that the pickle then will adhere. So you're just going to dip it once. If you had a flat container, you could turn that over. Always remember, keep one hand wet, one hand dry. Okay. So we're going to finish preheating our air fryer. Put that one aside. Get our next pickle. Again, turn it around. Dip it in our coating. Already ruined it. Already forgot which hand was my dry hand. Doesn't matter. We're only doing a few. If you're doing a lot, it makes a big difference, I think. Make sure it's nicely coated. Okay. That out of the way. Put our pickles in here. 1, 2. These take about 10 minutes or so in the air fryer. I think it just depends on your air fryer and how you're doing them. Again, just make sure they're coated nice. I like to kind of press it in. I like my pickles to be nice and crispy. And I like them to have room. I'm just going to make sure that one has a little extra crunch. A little crunch on top where your fingers were. And then we're going to let those go for about 10 minutes. Give them a check around 8 minutes just to make sure. Again, everybody's air fryers are a little bit different. And I'll see you when they're done. So these have been going for about 6 to 7 minutes. And I did check them, and they're already brown and golden. So you can probably actually do them at 350. I think 400 might have been a little bit too high. But look at those, guys. Those are gorgeous. All plant-based. This one's stuck to the bottom. That's okay. We still love him. He's all right. He's still going to be delicious. Fried dill pickles, plant-based, delicious. I hope you enjoy this. Give this one a try, guys. I'll leave the recipe down below, as per usual. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Have this with my ranch, tofu ranch dip. I'll leave that one up above. And we'll see you guys in the next one.